Today is the 10th of September, and you must be wondering why I'm wearing this long sleeve shirt and trousers. The temperature yesterday was 33 degrees centigrade. Today it's still about 31, and it's about midday, and you think that we are mad. As they say, mad dogs and Englishmen, walk in the midday sun. So here we are, walking in the midday sun. But the purpose of today's video is looking at this great big juniper. This juniper, by the way, is a Hollywood juniper. The botanical name is Juniper chinensis Kaizuka, and in Japan they use it as garden trees. If we take an overall view and then come close, let me show you the trunk. You talk of things growing fast. Look at the size of this trunk. And if I tell you that I planted this tree when I came in 1986, so I must have planted it in 1988. So it's not that long in putting in the ground, about 35 years in the ground, from about 1 inch thick, and look at the size of it. 34 or 35 years has become so big. And as always, knowing me, I have always had visions of making air layerings from it. I did make quite a few air layerings, but as you know, it's not a popular variety. If you look at the foliage closely, it's very floppy, very floppy. Even the Japanese seldom use it as bonsai. They use it, as I said, for garden trees. So I've let it grow, always greedy, because I use it as a stock plant for air layering. But there comes a point when I don't want to let it grow too big. It's rather unsightly. I want to make it look more aesthetic. And because this front garden is like a Japanese garden, I want this to have some Japanese shape to it. So let's look at the tree from every side. So if we look at the tree from here, it is just one mighty blob. You can't see any structure. So the shortcoming of this tree is that it has no structure. We need to reveal the beautiful trunk and then get it more in proportion. You can see it's like an inverted triangle, and we've got to get it more to scale. So I have expert tree surgeon Josh, but we're only going to use silky saws and small hand saw, and we will give it some shape. Forget the air layering for now. I'm not going to do any more air layering. So we will set about, and hopefully within half an hour you'll see a lot of change. We have our tree ladder, but we won't need the tree ladder for a while. And here we have Josh simply with the silky saw, and we're going to take these massive limbs off. You must be saying, oh, I wish I could air layer it, and can you imagine I would get an air layer with a 6-inch trunk. As they say, you can't win everything. You win some, you lose some. So you'll be surprised what I'm going to take off. I want to make it more of a triangular shape. So we're going to take at least 12 to 15 foot of this side branch off. Amazing what a little silky saw can do. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, we'll pull this away. That's almost the whole tree. Okay. And then there's another thick branch above that. Then I think we can take it right from the trunk to the junction.
The trunk.
Yeah. And leave that other branch. Yeah. Yeah. This is a job that I've been wanting to do for years and years, but as I always say myself, you've got to bite the bullet sometimes. And this is one case in point. Except that when it's your own tree, you hesitate a lot. If it's someone else's tree, it's easy. So let me show you what we've taken off already. This is barely 10 minutes work. And look at all those branches. I would say almost 20% or 25% of the tree has been taken out. There we are. That's where we are. I'm going to home in because there's a branch I need to take out. So I'm homing in on the base of the tree, the trunk. And you can see how thick the trunk is. How much character, but that very thick branch on the left, that is troubling me. So both Josh and I decided that that should come off. That's distracting from the rest of the tree, so we're going to take that off. So we're going to take it off in stages. Look at the timber. Of my house to see the view of the tree, and we're going to take another major branch, almost like a trunk off, and here we are, ready to drop it. Imagine that big branch would have made a beautiful bonsai. And how long can we wait for it? You guys must be wondering what's going on. Let's see how the tree will end up. Yeah. A lot of crossing branches. Yeah, keep the low one.
Huh?
Keep the low branch here. Let's see how it looks. hang on. I want to see, what if we cut this first and then have a look and see. Yeah.
Leave that.
No, cut that off first. Let's see, because I like that side branch going there. Just above those two branches. Huh? Okay, we got to assess the situation at this point. So I'm going to pause a while.
That battery's done too. I think it's silky.
Silky. Oh, proper chainsaw. See how much we've cut, just to reduce it to a single stem. Like a battlefield. Pity the background is the pine tree because it doesn't separate. The eye can separate the tree from the pine, but we can see it. So it's reduced to a single trunk tree. So we're going to try and make gin with that stuff. Look at it. Look at the beautiful bark. Look at the beautiful bark. And then this one also, if we just make like a 6-8 inch gin, rip it. Let me sloping cut this way, this way, this way, and then rip it, yeah. Down, down, down. Making gin on a big scale. Look at that, look at that. Serious gin. Ah, serious looking gin. Ah, beauty.
We've got some big flies in here.
Okay. So we're going to count the rings here. I don't know how many rings will be there. Like used, they have this different colored wood. The inside is deep red and the outer rings are sort of yellow in color. Like a tall, elegant bonsai. And look at the battlefield. The amount we've cut. I think we've taken 80% of the tree off to give the aesthetic look. And look at the character of that trunk. Full of character. "35 years of growing just to get this." So let me show you what the juniper looks like after we pruned it. This tree had 4 very long, thick branches, over 6 or 8 inches thick, but we decided to get rid of most of them. 2 of them have left behind as stumps. The last time I filmed this tree was on the 10th of September. It was a hot, hot day, temperature of 33 or 34 degrees centigrade. I was in the thinnest of my Hawaiian shirts because it was so warm and hot and humid. But a week later, almost a week later, on the 18th of September, it's a cold, dreary day. It's tipping down with rain, and this is an interlude where we haven't had rain, so I popped out to take another view of this tree. So from a multi-trunk tree that had 4 or 5 thick branches, quite low down, I've reduced this tree to a single trunk. So here it is. I thought I'd show it to you. I can't film myself because I'm holding the camera, and this is what the tree looks like. I think it works, and it's much cleaner. The lines are nice, and let me go close. I even tried to make gins with it. It's not complete, but I will get round to completing it. So this is what we've been doing. We've been tearing the wood, so I've got to tear it a little more with an axe, and once we've torn it with an axe, we will get them into very presentable gins. So this is the beauty of the tree with the single trunk, and this is what this tree looks like in this pseudo Japanese garden setting of my house. It looks nice from every side, but as I keep reminding you, because I've got so many trees in the background, it's very hard to get a shot where there are no trees in the background, so you can't isolate the tree from the rest of the view, but I think it works. So this is what I did, biting the bullet as you would normally call it, to use my own expression. I had to take a bold decision to do something with this tree. So let's see how this tree evolves. So I hope you enjoyed this little one.